Well, on Friday, it emerged that the Mineral Resources and Energy Minister Gwede Mantashe has been implicated together with his wife in a serious row, with regards to a losing bidder in the project to provide what's called emergency power generation. So for more on this, energy analyst Roger Lilley joins us now. A very good evening to you, Roger. Thank you so much for joining us and a warm welcome to The Full View.
Yes, good evening to you and to your listeners, and thank you very much for inviting me to your show.
Well, how seriously will these accusations leveled against the Energy Minister Gwede Mantashe hurt South Africa and its image?
Well, the minister claims that he's prepared to defend the case because he says that they've done everything correctly as all the other IPP contracts were done. So I know that there are some concerns in certain circles, but I think people will wait to see what the outcome of the court case is.
So will the court case perhaps harm the generation of electricity in South Africa?
Well, that's the problem. I think yes, because any delay in the generation of additional power costs South Africa money, because our economy is so reliant on electricity, and electricity is in short supply right now.
So what would we attribute this to? Is it South Africa's failure to produce or generate enough capacity, or can this be pinpointed to the never-ending scourge of corruption within the ruling party and in the government?
I think one must be careful when you say things like that, because the reality is that Eskom has known of its shortage of electricity since 2008, when we started having load shedding. And during that time, instead of doing the things that needed to be doing, Eskom officials appeared to get involved in all sorts of other things, and problems have arisen ever since. So part of the problem goes all the way back to the decision to build 2 new coal power stations, which Eskom wanted to design and have built themselves. And we know that has taken far longer than it should have, and has cost something like 3 times as much as it should have cost, primarily because of faulty design and it seems problems on site with contractors appearing to do what they wanted to do as opposed to doing what was in the design.
And I suppose this matter thrusts into the spotlight, South Africa's role, or rather South Africa's energy transition, which will see us moving from producing electricity powered by coal to renewable energy. So where are we with regards to that?
Well, the difficulty with this whole thing is that there seems to be some contradiction going on at government level. On the one hand, we hear lots of talk about the desire to use renewable energy, but then on the next, we see still interest in what they call clean coal, and now gas, and prior to that it was nuclear. And these decisions muddy the water and delay things. Because if we had invested in renewable energy earlier, we would have more power than we have now, and some of these problems like load shedding and serious problems within certain generating stations would not plague us now.
All right, Mr. Lilley, great chatting to you. Thank you so much for your analysis.
Thank you.
All right, that was energy analyst Roger Lilley joining us via Zoom.